Hello everybody and welcome back to another unboxing video. I am your host Joel. I am one half of the Newlydeads. If you're unfamiliar with who the Newlydeads are, please go to our website at thenewlydeads.com for more information about who we are, what we do, and where to find us. On this unboxing video, we have the Vinegar Syndrome releases for June, and a couple of extra things that I'd picked up. They had a sale, and one other thing that had come out that wasn't part of the package that I went ahead and picked up, so I'm including those here as well. So if you would, please like, share, subscribe, comment on the video. We'd love to grow the channel in 2026, and that is it's just a small way you could help us out, and so we would very much appreciate it. So the first thing we have here for this unboxing is Night School. This is from 1981. Now, I do already have a copy of this, but this is the Vinegar Syndrome release. So the plot is, who's been decapitating the innocent girls at a local night school? The police are baffled. This is directed by Ken Hughes, who did Chitty Chitty Bang Bang and Casino Royale. Yep, interesting resume. This stars Leonard Mann, who was in Flowers in the Attic, which was a big thing when I was in grade school. The V.C. Andrews novels, for some reason, were a thing amongst us. They also did Silent Night, Deadly Night 3, Better Watch Out, which is one that is a interesting chapter in the franchise history. If you've not seen it, it is a sight to behold. A little bit of trivia here. Final theatrical feature directed by writer-director Ken Hughes. So this is it, kids. This is the last one. So first of all, we have the slipcase. There is the cover. On the back, we have more of the stuff that you're going to see in the film, potentially. This is a 4K release. There is the cover of that, which you've already seen. On the back, we have information about the film as well as special features. And we have the Blu-ray and 4K release inside. So, like I said, I've already seen this film. It is kind of a pseudo-giallo film. So if you're familiar with giallo, you kind of know what to expect from this movie. Next up, we have Abel Ferrara's Body Snatchers. Now, this film has been told and retold several times. This is the third retelling of the story, if I remember correctly, and there's at least one or two more after that. It's one of those things that is a kind of a timeless tale. So a teenage girl and her father discover alien clones are replacing humans on a remote U.S. military base in Alabama. This is directed by, like I said, Abel Ferrara, who did The Driller Killer, which is on the shelf, and Miss 45, which is widely considered one of the better of the revenge movies that are out there. I've seen it. I don't own it, but it is a dirty, down and dirty New York revenge movie from the 80s. This stars Meg Tilly, who was in Psycho 2, which we mentioned in a previous video. Psycho didn't need a sequel, but we got it, and I don't think a lot of people were upset about that, to be honest. A little bit of trivia here. Co-writer Stuart Gordon, was originally set to direct, but was replaced by Abel Ferrara. So, if you know Stuart Gordon, it would have been an interesting film with him at the helm. So, for this one, we have a very nice release. You got a box. So you got, as I call it, cardboard porn. So you've got the box, then on the inside, you have the slipcase, which has interesting artwork on it of an arm that has been infected by what looks like parasites. This is a 4K release, so there's the cover again, as you saw on the exterior box. On the back, we have information about the film, as well as special features. Inside, we have, as we did with the Blu-ray and 4K release. And I just realized I forgot to check, but it does have the original cover. Whoop, there we go. With Gabrielle Anwar. That is a very, kind of in my mind, a famous image. Now, I probably should have checked for Night School, and I will go back and do that here as soon as I'm done with this. Just so you can see what's there. I always forget that they do include reversible covers on this. Now, the other thing that this includes, as well as all you've seen here so far, is a booklet, which Vinegar Syndrome is notorious for having booklets. On the back, you've got essentially the poster art there with the information about the film. Inside, you have, there's that poster again, some stills and information about the films, or film, I should say, not films. There's only one. I got to be careful. I know could be potentially some questionable things in here, but always nice to have these. As I've said on multiple other videos, it's something that I am not very good at, is going back and reading the booklets. I really should make a habit of that, because being someone who likes to know as much as I can about the movies that I'm watching, it is something that is there and that I'm kind of missing out on. So let's go back here and grab this and see. I assume that there is, yep, there is the original cover to that. Sorry about missing that originally. We will do better moving forward, or we'll try to anyway. All right, I got to put this back together. It takes just a minute. Sorry about that. All right. Moving on. Now, this one is the one that got people a little bit in a tizzy because it didn't come out when it was supposed to originally, but it is finally here. We have from 1988, oops, Lady in White. So an author tells the story of how, as a young boy growing up in the 1960s small town he lived in, he was haunted after witnessing the murder of a little girl. Now, this is, from what I understand, a Halloween-based film. So it takes place during Halloween time. So it has those autumnal vibes. This is directed by Frank LaLoggia, not Frank Loggia, but Frank LaLoggia, who did Mother and Fear No Evil. That's it. That's her entire filmography. This stars Lucas Haas, which you may remember if you watched the recent Spider Noir series on Amazon Prime. He was a side character on that. He also was in Mars Attacks, which the big Tim Burton Topps trading card film. A little bit of trivia here. Emily Tracy, who was in Direct By and Witness, and that's her only credits, who plays Frankie's mother, is Lucas Haas' mother in real life. All right. So a little bit of cardboard porn here. So you've got the nice box. Got Lucas on the back. You have the titular Lady in White there on the front. Then on the inside, we have Lucas with his mask on. It's a great image right there. Have a windmill on the back, which I'm a big fan of windmills. More traditional ones than that particular brand. Once again, this is a 4K release. There is the Lady in White again. On the back, no images, but we do have a lot of information about the film. Now on the inside, we have multiple discs. So we have the Blu-ray, the 4K, and the Blu-ray, and well, we have, I looked at this earlier and I should have written this down, but we've got the 4K and we've got 3 Blu-ray discs here. So that's a lot of special features for those of you who are interested. Oh yeah, in the back, we should take a look at the alternate cover there. There's the original poster art for that. So this one is stacked. Like I said, it was slated to be out earlier on an earlier month, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember what exactly delayed the release, but it was delayed and then got pushed to June. Hopefully it is worth it. I have not seen this film before. I'm actually very excited to see it because of the fact that it is, you know, a Halloween-based film, and a lot of people have some very nice things to say about it. So I assume that, you know, as they say, you know, 100 million or 10 million Elvis fans can't be wrong, or whatever it was, 1 million. Now this also includes a booklet. There's the cover of that. There's the back of the booklet. And then on the inside, once again, we've got images from the film, as well as some, you know, writings about it as well. And I don't know, I've not heard anything negative about this as of yet, but like I said, I'm hoping it was worth the wait for those that are already fans of this film. And I have a feeling that I'm going to enjoy this, and I'm looking forward to seeing it as soon as I can. So the other things that were released, or well, let me back up there. So one of the other things I picked up during the sale, the only thing actually, is Crack House from 1989. Taking a left turn here. So in this bristling urban drama, 2 teenage lovers must overcome tremendous odds to make it off the mean streets of LA or die trying. Features football legend Jim Brown, who's in a lot of stuff. I don't know why they made a point of including him there, but pretty well-known actor. This is directed by Michael Fisher, who did Death Spa. That's a fun one. And My Mom's a Werewolf. Can't get enough werewolf movies, right? This stars Richard Roundtree, who got a love from Shaft. You may remember him. And Jim Brown, as I mentioned, who was in The Dirty Dozen. So, come on. Classic. A little bit of trivia here. According to lead actor Greg Thompson, in an interview on the Vinegar Syndrome Blu-ray, the movie started filming under the title Street Dreams, but midway through production, cast and crew members began calling it Crack House, and here we are. So, got a little cardboard porn here, so you got a nice little slipcase. There's the back of it with the, looks like a crack vial or pipe. Maybe better that way, I don't know. Inside, we have a cover there. information about the film as well as some stills from that. Then on the inside, we have a poster, which is the same as the cover of the cardboard porn. The disc itself has a picture of the vial with the two heads on top. And then you've got the alternate poster art there on the interior. Much easier to do than trying to pull out the slipcase. Slipcase? No. You know what I mean. It's been a long day. I have been at work and just got off work and wanted to immediately start recording. So please forgive me my little foibles. So finally, I am a fan of this series and I don't know how long it's going to continue, but this edition sold out yet again. And I'm hoping that that is an indicator that this will continue. I have no information about this other than to show you the film itself. You can already see it in my hands. This is the 2026 release, Reviver number 3. So these, from what I understand, are all short films. So you've got the number 3 on the front. On the back there, you've got an image of some sort. Inside, you've got the number 3 again. On the back, you've got a lot of redactions, some interesting stills there from this. And on the inside, you've got the disc, which says number 3. And then you have this, which, like I said, this is from what I understand, a series of short films, which the original number 1 included some additional short films, and number 2 just included the 2 films. So this one kind of goes in another direction. And if you watch the documentaries on here, it gives you some insight in terms of kind of what the logic is, what they're going for, and the project, I guess you would call it, and kind of why it matters. So even if you're not a fan of the films, it is something to have something like this in your collection because it is a form of film preservation. And especially at the last one, showing exactly what kind of fresh hell they had to go through to get those films to look as good as they did was worth the price of admission. And I had a lot of fun with the first film, especially. The second one wasn't quite as good in my opinion, but I really enjoyed the first one. And I'm not huge on the short films they had on the very first release, but I'm curious. Like I said, I trust what they're doing here, and I want to support it. So we'll continue to get those as often as I can, as long as they don't sell out before I get a chance to pick them up. But anyway, that is it. Thank you so very much for watching another unboxing video. There is certainly more to come. I've got more in the box that I'm working my way through little by little. I know sometimes these are a little later than maybe they would be on other channels, but there's only so many hours in a day and so many things to unbox. So remember that tomorrow is not guaranteed, so don't forget to unbox your heart. We'll see you soon.